Welcome back to On Assignment for Alignment podcast with I and Naima. And today we have a special guest. Benny is in the building, and also known as Sean Greer. Okay, he's got that on his tag. But yeah, he's been on the podcast before. So let's give a warm welcome back to Benny. How you feeling today, bro?
What's up, man? How you feeling?
Uh, Real answers only.
Yeah, real answers.
I feel like shit, bro. I wouldn't say I feel like shit. Also, by the way, I just want to tell y'all, like, me and Benny wasn't even supposed to be talking till today, but I feel like we both kind of talk too much and we be having to get our shit off. So we've been talking throughout the week, but I just feel like I'm just in a space of like breaking free of like unhealthy patterns. I feel like that shit that I was on the other night. I had an episode, so with BPD, like you'll have like these moments where you like super fucking triggered and it send you into an episode, and like that happened for me. You feel me? And honestly, just to jump right into this shit, I just did a podcast with Kyla like last week, right before this shit had even happened. And I was saying how like I don't need to fuck with alcohol no more. You feel me?
Yeah.
I was saying it, and I feel like that's something that I keep fucking saying, and I keep trying to test myself to see if that's something that I can handle, and it's very clear that I can't. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I was on the phone with my cousins, and I was telling them about it. They was like, "Well, you know when you about to no, bitch, you know when you about to reach your limit. I don't know. That's one of those things that I don't know how to like control. You feel me? So it's like I'm being aware of it. You get what I'm saying? And I'm like, now I gotta really get myself in that space of like, all right, this is not something that you can handle. Put that shit down. Like, even though I'm not a person that drink every day. I don't keep alcohol in my house, none of that shit. But when I do drink, I'm noticing a pattern with myself. I'm like, bruh, you gotta just put the alcohol down, bruh. You don't. It's not something that you need in your life. Like, even when you going out, I understand that it's something that American people do. You know,
It's just not. It's not aligned with your spirit.
exactly, and it's like I gotta really embrace that. You feel me? Instead of trying to make fetch happen, and that shit is not gonna fetch is not gonna fucking happen. I don't know if you know that reference or not, but
Catch and fetch. Step and fetch.
no, fetch like so fetch from Mean Girls. I don't think you know that.
You know I don't know that.
Like,
Like what?
Brad said, you know I don't know that. I'm crying. I knew you
No, I
didn't.
don't know that shit.
Just testing the water, bro.
Yeah. No, I just testing the water.
That was kind of crazy, wasn't it? My bad.
It was a reach, but
Yeah, my bad, bro.
but you gotta stay true to yourself, because it's like you know how you said you don't know your limits,
Yeah,
but you do know yourself. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You don't know your limits. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the circumstances, you gotta just stand on your 10. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I feel like sometimes I want to say we overextend ourselves. I don't know if that's the correct term that I'm looking for, but when it comes to like friends and hanging out, we veer in the lanes that we've already, or areas that we already done established. Like, yo, I'm working on this. I'm not gonna do that. But I got old friends that pull me into old habits, or new
yeah,
friends. It's just like, yo, this is not my thing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Drinking is just not your thing.
yeah. It's really not, and I keep telling myself that. And it's like, it's not that I want to put it on my friends or like the people that I'm around. I don't want to put it on nobody. It's definitely like my thing, but it is like nice to express that to my friends so niggas know like, hey, bruh,
Yeah.
you feel me? If I'm ever even feeling like a little bit tempted, be like, this ain't really your lane, bro. Like, just on some supportive type shit. You feel me? This not really your lane. Like, let's stay away from this
But
type shit.
you know, your thing that you taught me, man, is community is everything.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's hard to journey along. So it's like, if I'm going in a certain direction, it's hard when I'm surrounding myself. Not saying you are, but
Yeah.
when I got people that's not around me in any capacity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that energy transfer is very real.
It's very real, and that's another thing with BPD is like my sense of self is very easily influenced. You feel me? So it's like just being around shit. It's so. I think more so what it is with me is like I don't want to like completely isolate myself from people who drink alcohol because I don't give a fuck. Like you drink alcohol, that's you. But I think that like maybe I'm putting myself in these environments like too prematurely, or
Yeah.
you feel me? Like because I haven't really established like maybe I could try like going out with people on some day drinking type shit. If we out at a restaurant and it's brunch and niggas day drinking, I don't gotta drink. I can enjoy my food. Like it's other shit there that can occupy me. But just going straight into an environment that's like mad alcohol is the recipe for fucking disaster. You feel me? And another thing that I noticed with alcohol, like I'm noticing this certain type of pattern is like I'm not really good at communicating, but I'm learning. I am learning. So it's like when I'm getting liquor in my system, it's making me just like feel everything that I'm holding in. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's an even bigger fucking recipe for disaster. So it's like I'm cool on that shit. I don't want I don't want that shit at all. So it's like so many different areas that I have to keep an eye on too. It's like when I'm feeling shit, when I'm feeling triggered, or if I'm feeling any type of way, I gotta be able to say it, but also know that I gotta stay away from the alcohol shit because that shit is it's not good for me. You feel me? And then on top of that, alcoholism literally is in my family. So it's like I've always said it to myself. I always said I don't want to drink before I have kids, especially because I want to have daughters. Like I don't even want them to know what the fuck alcohol is because if that's something in your bloodline, anything can trigger that shit. You feel me? Like it can trigger it to like keep moving down your bloodline, if that makes sense. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like that's even if I ever decide to have kids, but if I do, like that's one of those things that I want to just completely not have around my kids. Like my mom, she don't smoke weed. You feel me? But like the other people mamas do. But my mama don't, you know? But what I was trying to say is but her vice was alcohol. So it's like now I'm like, okay, I feel like for me, I be trying so many different things because in a sense I be wanting to like feel something. You feel me?
Yeah, I do. I get that.
So it's like I don't know, bro. Like I guess I'm just in a space where I'm trying to figure out like how to feel something and how to just be like high off of life instead of having to like reach for substances. You feel me? Because that shit is not. It don't never help me out. To be
I
honest.
think I think in situations like that, you gotta trust in the communities that you built or that you working to build, bro. Reach back out into your community of people on the same journey.
Mm,
You know, I know you don't want to blame the people that you around, but it's hard to go in a direction when you got people pulling in the opposite direction. It's like
yeah, you
my,
right.
my, my dad always told me, bruh, if you just think about gravity, it's
Mm-hmm.
so much easier to pull something down than to pull something up.
Mm,
So it's like if you up here and you hang with people that's down there, the influence is so heavy coming from downward.
yeah.
But it's crazy because like if you even want to be on that journey, like that, you know, me and you, we went out one night and you were like, "Oh, I'm not drinking."
Mm. And it was cool with you. It was just like,
Yeah, and I only drunk one drink. Like you
yeah,
influenced me, but that's because we're both the goal is in the same direction.
yeah.
So rather than me being like, "Nah, come on, one drink," or do
Mm.
you get what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It's more
yeah,
so like you reminded me, like, damn, like I'm, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. I maybe I don't need to do this shit either. Like I
Yeah,
feel,
because we already are like minded and pulling in the same direction. You get what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, I do.
We went out that night. I had that one drink and that was it
Yeah,
because I had already ordered it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. That's crazy, and it's crazy because even when you had your one drink, I didn't even feel like the urge to want to like drink at all. Even
Me
though it was
neither.
just, you get what I'm saying? Like it wasn't even like me seeing you have that one drink. didn't influence me at all. It was just like, okay, whatever. And it's crazy because I actually have another friend that's here. He don't drink at all. And I think we had went out to eat one time, and like he paid for the food, but I had ordered drinks. He was like, I'm not paying for no alcohol. He was like, I pay for the food, but I'm not paying for no alcohol. So it was like, even in that moment, it was like, it had me thinking like, damn, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like you can get a regular drink, but like alcohol, he's like, I don't drink, and I'm not endorsing nobody fucking habits, for real, for real. That's really what he was saying. And that's cool.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. Like, you need those type of people.
Yeah.
Man, I had a conversation with a friend the other day, and it's like, uh, hanging with people that don't necessarily agree with you all the time is the only way to grow, because if everybody agree with you, it's basically like you talking to yourself, and you
Yeah.
just leaning on your own understanding. I feel like that's the fastest way to find yourself alone. Like,
It is. That's where it is.
you know what I'm saying? You got to find people that's pulling in the hard direction sometimes, the road less travels.
Yeah.
Like, even you said, I'm holding a lot of things in. Could that be because you're not in the community? You're not in the right community to let things out? You get what I'm saying?
I get what you mean. Yeah, like is it like I get what you mean.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I get what you're saying. I do. I get what you're saying. You basically saying like, are the people that I'm surrounding myself with, do I feel safe enough to open up to them? You feel me?
Right.
And I feel like I feel like they are helping me create a space where I can open up. I don't know, bro. Like I feel like people are trying to help me open up more, but also I feel like I feel trapped. You feel
I
me?
feel like the best way to help anybody is to help yourself. And the reason I say that is because anywhere that you fall short as a civilian
Mm-hmm.
or as a person of any community, a member of any community, the rest of your community picks that slack up.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? It's just like, for example, like, let's say we all in a neighborhood and we all got to raise our kids. If you don't raise your kids well, they become criminals. And when they
Right.
become criminals, they go to prison. And we pay the taxes for that. So
Mm-hmm.
for everywhere you fall short, like one person goes to Walmart and still Walmart raises the prices. Where you fall short, any area that you fall short, it becomes the burden of the community.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So I say that to say, when you say they're helping me, you got to be with people that's doing the work.
Mm.
Don't be around people that's like, oh, I want to help you. You got to be around, like, for instance, you read, you go to therapy.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You're putting in the work.
Yeah.
Anybody can easily say they helping you, but it's
Yeah.
like, if you're not putting in the work, do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I get what
How
you're saying.
much can you really help me
Yeah. If you're not helping yourself, type shit. I
if
feel.
you're not helping yourself?
Yeah. I get you, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I get what you're saying. I'm crystal clear on the shit, for real.
Because, yeah, you could talk to me all day about, like, I could go to you. I notice this with people, like, you kind of set traps for yourself. Like, when you meet people, you tell them too much about yourself early, so then
Yeah.
they get comfortable with you, and you could mistake where you've told them too much, and they're able to manipulate you to the point that you think they're helping you, or to the point that you think they understand, when in reality you just gave them all the ammo.
Yeah, for sure.
You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? Like, I ask people when I meet them, what do you believe in? And I'm not asking, like, for you to give me religion or something. Like, I'm a laws type of person. Like, I'm a law of nature type person. What goes around comes around. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I ask you what you believe in, I know what you gonna do based
Yeah.
off what you believe in. If you believe in putting the work, if you believe in work ethic, I don't gotta worry about you shortcutting me nowhere. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you believe in integrity, or if you believe the things that you put out are coming back to you, You get what I'm saying? You don't gotta persuade me into thinking that you trying to help me or let me have an out because I know
Yeah,
because me and you are the one and the same. You get what I'm saying?
I feel you on that. I feel you on that. I feel like, but I don't know. I feel like with me, first of all, I definitely tell people too much too early. I have in the past, but I promise you, now that I know what the fuck going on with me, you won't never catch me doing that shit again. I swear to God. Um, Two, I feel like I'm trying to. I feel like for me, I can't really. I just feel like communication is key for me. You know, like I'm trying to be more open to communication because it's a lot of shit that's hard for me to communicate. You feel me? Like um it's a lot of shit that's hard for me to communicate, bro.
Yeah, I
So
know.
yeah. It's a lot of shit that's hard for me to communicate. I be feeling like my throat just be blocked when I'm trying to like get shit out. But I will say one thing that I have learned, one of my exes taught me like to like write shit down when I'm feeling like blocked and then like go over it and like come back to it and talk about it type shit. So that's one thing that like I try to do. Like I try to like write things down. I try to like put stuff in like my audio, my voice notes, and just like replay it and like hear like how I'm feeling, like where the emotions is at, and I try to like separate from like what's logical and like what's me being irrational, because I know I can be irrational. I know that about myself. um and it's like I think for me, I just try to take the blame, like I'm doing my part to take the blame off of other people as much as possible, because if I put most of it on me, then it's like if I fall short, cool. Like I know that I'm doing everything in my power to like show up. You feel me? So it's like when other people don't show up, it's like okay.
But see, and this is the point, bro. Before we got on this podcast, I was having a conversation with a girl,
Mm-hmm.
and bro, you need to clip what you just said because even though you feel like you falling short, bro, the fact that you put in the work, I could work with that. We could talk, we could
Okay.
communicate
Yeah.
because even if even if for an instant you was to shut me down because of your emotions in a conversation, you were the type of person who revisited. And bro, like I be telling people, bro, I'm so proud of Io because, bro, talking to females, bro, they do not be able to just, bro, take your emotions out of a situation and let's just have a conversation. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's like, it's just crazy because I have conversations with you and I know that
Yeah.
you put that work in, and that's what I'm sitting here telling you about. Like, if you feel like you can't, if you ever feel like I'm holding stuff in, bruh,
Yeah.
a lot of times, bruh, the other person just not putting in the. I'm not saying blame everybody else, bruh. I'm saying, bruh, you gotta find people just putting that work in, so that your communication ain't just void.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get you.
Because you can say something to a person, and when as soon as it hit their emotions, that's a wall. Conversation over. It's shut down from that point. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like me and you, bro, we done had a conversation like before. You done said, you said to me before, you was like, you didn't say it, but I was explaining to you how females say men are trash, and you was just basically like, I understand,
Yeah.
but bro, like though, how much conversation me and you done been able to have in that process is crazy. Because if I went to another woman, which I have, and try to have this conversation, all they could think about is all of the areas they were hurt and where their emotions were. And I
Yeah.
can relate ideas onto you that you might not necessarily agree with or even understand at the time, vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
But you listen, like you try to listen, bro. Like you
Yeah.
try to understand. You try to like take your emotions out of the picture, and that's
Yeah.
why it's so important for you to find the people that's doing the work, bro. Because
Yeah.
it's hard out here.
Yeah. I know.
Talking to these brick walls is hard out
Yeah.
here.
It is. It is hard. It's like Damn, that shit just got me emotional, bro. Cause it be so crazy. It be shit like that. Like it be shit that you need to hear. You feel me? Like, cause I be thinking like, damn, like I'm shutting down. I don't be wanting to hear shit. Like I can't hear because I'm so scared. Like I'm like, damn, this go against everything that make me feel safe right now. I can't open up to this. You feel me? But like I come to my sense, but when I'm calmed down, I'm like, okay, let me just pull away for maybe like 10 minutes. It used to be like a whole day for my ass. I'll be real, like a whole fucking day. I'm not talking about shit. I'm not saying shit to nobody for a whole day. But now, like, I could come back after some time, like maybe 10, 30 minutes, and I could be like, you know what? This is where I'm like, I'm having a problem. You feel me? This is where I'm having a problem. This is where what I'm trying to communicate to you. Um, type shit. You feel me? Like, so like being able to hear that is kind of crazy. Thanks, bro. Like,
Yeah, I really believe your communication skills are top tier, bro. Like the first time I was really impressed with you was we were having a conversation about capitalism, and uh and you was basically saying like capitalism is the problem, which I agree it is a lot of the problem. But I was
mhm.
explaining to you how there will always be a threat, a predator. There will
Yeah,
always be greed, regardless of capitalism. So it serves its purpose to an extent,
right.
bro. When you be talking to women, a lot of times they can't hear past how they feel.
Mhm. Mhm.
Bro, me and you done had some conversations where I honestly expect you to shut down, and you impress me every time. Like you actually think about what I'm saying without like, bro. Because a lot of people, bro, are just they're programmed by the like they're programming all of us to hate each other. Like
Yeah, of course, of course. Yeah.
so, a lot of people is like they had a preconceived notions or what they already done invested all of their emotions into, and that's just what it is. There's no communicating past that.
Facts, bro. That should be crazy. Like, I be trying to. I feel like I don't know. Maybe it's because we friends. Because on a relationship level, like I don't be like that, bro. I be like,
Bruh, time out, bruh. So the girl I was talking to earlier literally just told me, she said the only reason that your communication level with Io is like that is because y'all friends.
yeah, because it's a real friendship. Like,
I disagree though.
okay, I mean, I think, but I also okay, so
My own
I
mama shut down on me sometimes.
you said what?
My own mother will shut down on
My
me
mama
sometimes.
too, but I
If you
also I also feel like we really just like on some tribe shit. Like, you feel me?
we putting in the work.
Yeah, like yeah,
That's my
like
that's my original point. It's like, bro, you
yeah.
can't talk to people who don't put in the work.
You not wrong. You not you hella not wrong. It's crazy because you not wrong. You're
You
not
you
wrong.
you you are working uphill.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
don't care what they say. I don't care how much they say I'm listening or whatever, or this is a safe space. You know, subconsciously, your body just won't, because they not putting in the work, bro. They not one of you. They not.
They not like us.
Yeah,
They
facts. They not like us. There's nothing you
not
could do with
like
that,
us.
dude.
Yeah, I
There's
feel.
nothing you could do with a person that don't put in the work. Nothing.
Yeah, that's a fact though.
The Bible says a lazy man goes hungry. I don't think it's just like as far as terms of work, you don't eat, but it's the same thing. It's just like how these conversations are food for the soul.
Yeah.
But if you too lazy to put in the work, you can't receive it, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ain't put in the work.
You're
I'm
not
putting in double the work, trying to get you to understand something that you ain't.
type shit.
Bro, the game ain't free, bro. When they say it's to be sold, not told, it's for a reason, because you can't give it to a person who don't deserve it, bro. Like
You
you can't
can't,
just, I
bro.
can't.
You can't. And that brings me to another point because I just had a meeting with the girl I'm gonna be working with that's helping with my brand. And she was telling me like about how she want me to like we was just throwing ideas out there about like selling products and like just knowledge for real, just different shit. When that came to my mind, I was like, damn, like I don't know if I want to sell shit like or my energy because I feel like not even that I don't deserve it, more so because I don't want to feel like I'm capitalizing off of people pain. You feel me? Like the BPD shit, like this some painful shit to be going through. You feel me? But I can't even explain, bro.
I don't think it's capitalizing on people pain, bro. I've
Okay.
won. I believe in intellectual property.
Yeah, I was saying how I don't want to. Nia was telling me what she saw from my brand. She like, I see everything for you, like speaking, talking on panels, doing TV show interviews type shit. I told her about those two goals I told you about. Uh, that one interview I want to do, the TED Talk, and then that one award I want to win. She was like, let's claim it type shit. And then she was talking about how she could see me like charging for like one-on-one services. But when she said it, I was just like immediately that programming for like not feeling worthy came in. Like I'm like, do I even really have the knowledge to, you know,
Yeah,
have people paying me type shit, And then also just like I don't want to capitalize off of people paying. Like that shit feels a little janky to me.
yeah, and I was saying you're not necessarily capitalizing off pain because of intellectual property. You invested in it. You own it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That time that you put in, you can't get that back.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Time is a non-renewable resource.
yeah,
You put the work in. Any fee that you're charging for the time that you put in to learn something is a small fee because time, you can't trade time for money.
yeah. True.
It doesn't compute.
Yeah, that's true.
You get what I'm saying? So it's just like I want to look at it like I'm profiting off things. I feel like a lot of pain is gonna sound crazy, but I feel like most pain is voluntary
How so?
because you either accept the pain by default by putting the work in to do something, or because you pride yourself or you spend a lot of time trying to keep up or want things that you don't have to want. Like the Bible encourages you to want nothing. Not only the Bible, I know some other practices, but I finally understand why, and that's because everything is really out here.
Everything
Like
is what?
it's out here, like for the taking. Like
Mm-hmm.
to the point, which I can't speak for like every country, but definitely as an American citizen, you really don't have to want for anything. You just have to go get it. So a lot
Yeah.
of people pain I feel like comes from the wants, and laziness. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Versus you could put the work in and eliminate a lot of things. Just like even when it comes like how you dealing with BPD.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm not saying it's not painful, but you putting work in, right? Like you're going out of your way to work on something. So versus other people just like, I'm just gonna bask in a situation. Like you're making the most out of your situation. Turning
Yeah.
if somebody might look at it as bad and just bad, you're turning it into a positive. Like you're taking
Yeah.
and you're turning it into a gain, literally.
Yeah.
That's an option for everybody.
I agree. I agree. But also on the other side of that, I do have a lot of privilege. But on the other side of that privilege, I wouldn't have that privilege had I not made a decision that I made to go and choose to have a different life. You know what I'm saying?
I do, but when it comes to privilege, I believe in natural selection.
What you mean by that, bro?
There is no privilege, bro. Yeah, well, whatever privilege you think you got, somebody in your line worked for it.
Yeah.
Somebody earned it. Even when it comes to like right slavery and history, read like philosophies of Marcus Garvey, and he talk about everybody want to talk about slavery and white privilege. What the real question is, how did you end up a slave to begin with? You got outworked somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Your people got outworked, outsmarted, out strategized somewhere. And we could do a million things. We could get reparations. We could talk about privilege. We could, create laws for equality, diversity higher. You could do all of that. Slavery will be back. And the reason it'll be back is we're not working to figure out the root.
Yeah.
And the root of it is that work. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a hard pill to swallow, but the work is the root of the problem.
It's like covering all your bases type of thing. Like, if you're not covering all your bases, it's easy for somebody to come and like, I get what you're saying. I know you're not trying to be offensive. I know that y'all, he's not trying to be offensive. Like, just put your fucking thing in caps on and don't piss me off. But for real, because I can see how somebody would get that misconstrued. But I get what you're saying. It's just a hell of a analogy.
It's deep and it's painful because like Kanye was like, we slaves by choice. Like he didn't mean like literally, but he did mean literally. It's like some people were slaves by choice as far as like I'm gonna die like right here. I'm not a slave. Like I'm literally just going in the water. Like I'm gonna, you get what I'm saying? But on a sidebar, it was like you wake up and put the work in. Somebody else wake up and they go buy Jordans or look for the latest trend. No offense, you know what I'm saying? But what do you think is gonna come from that?
Type shit, yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And that's why when you say I'm privileged, how? Your parents didn't. Nobody didn't give whoever in your mind got whatever they got. Nobody ain't give.
True.
The work was done. We are our ancestors. The work was done. Somewhere the work was done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you could lead a horse to water, you can't make him drink. You could give all the privilege in the world. If I don't do no work, it doesn't matter. Like the work, you can't deny work.
You're not wrong. Like that's true. That's how you can get like three people from the same household and all of them come out different. Like, type shit. Like, or some of them have like different strengths than the other ones. Type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I feel what you're saying. But what do you mean by natural selection?
Let me pull up the exact definition. I don't want to quote it. Natural selection is a mechanism of evolution. Organisms that are more adapted to their environment are more likely to survive and pass on the genes that aided their success. This process causes species to change and diverge over time. And a couple of examples of natural selection is in the mating season for deers, they have what's called the rut. And two male deers will fight to the death to mate with a female. The winner won by natural selection, by just God given right. I'm bigger, I'm stronger, I got more testosterone. I kill you, my genes get to live on. It's a sad story for the deer that loses, but it's the reality of the situation.
Yes, it's like I feel you. Okay, so
do you get what I'm saying?
I don't even want to take that theory and like make it sick, but I was just thinking about this earlier. I was like, yo, I'm actually smarter than a lot of people. You feel me? Like, I'm smarter than a lot of people, and I know how to use my resources better than a lot of people, and I'm further than a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And I think that sometimes, and that's not even on no cocky shit. It's really not. It's just
it's
more
natural selection.
Yes, it's just more so like.
What could you do? I don't make. You can make the rules. Just play the damn game.
Yeah, like I'm a person that has determination and I don't even know what's another word. Determination and what else? Persistence. Perseverance.
Intuition.
Intuition for sure.
A lot of that is natural, bro. It starts out as a sperm cell. The weak die, bro. With the lion and gazelle. The lion and gazelle, right? The
Mm-hmm.
lion attacks the weak. It kills the babies. Sickness, disease. What do they say? You have a weakened immune system. Like, that's all natural selection. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
yeah,
Damn, that is true though, because I'm thinking to myself, like, I think back at a lot of shit in my life, like with my parents. I watched them try their whole life. You feel me? I watched them
yeah,
try their whole life. My whole life, we always lived in. My parents have been homeowners my entire life.
yeah,
I became a homeowner at 25, 26, right?
yeah,
I put my best foot forward every single fucking day, bro. Like every day. I'm very far, like further than a lot of my peers, further than a lot of people that's older than me for real.
people in general. Like, you're further than the average American.
Correct. Um, yeah, natural selection for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I mean, you sustained the injury in the process, correct?
yeah, I did.
Like,
That's
this
crazy.
just wasn't just free, bruh. You get what I'm saying?
Multiple injuries plus hella fucking mental diagnosis. You feel me? Like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
hella. I
privilege
got
is
like
so
3
usually loosed. Yeah, I mean, so loosely used. Yeah.
You're not wrong, bro. You're not
Yeah.
wrong.
It's too many obstacles.
Yeah,
I hold myself accountable. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I just would feel like a sucker to even just say privilege. Like, yo, somebody got like they got it because of their privilege.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
It's
Cause it's not even like I'm a nepo baby. Like all this shit was given to me. I had to get the fuck up and be like, I had to use the strength that was passed down to me and the determination and the consistency, the perseverance, just like you. Just like you, shit. We had to use that shit to get to where the fuck we at right now. You feel me? Like we didn't just wake up with millions of dollars in our bank accounts. Like I'm grateful that we didn't know because it's so much that we had to learn in the process. You feel me? But
because you can't just give it. You gotta
yeah,
but that's what we was talking about earlier, bro. You can't just give somebody the work, bro. You can't just give it to them.
yeah,
It just don't work that way.
yeah.
And
You're
it's
right.
crazy because we done came so far, bro, but it's still so far to go. What people don't understand, bro, it's thousands of years of work been put in for generations.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You get what I'm saying? It's lineages of work. There is no. I mean, I hate to say it because I know how people gonna look at it when I say there is no privilege, and it's like the people who do seem to have privilege for the most part, somebody put work in somewhere, bruh.
Yeah.
Whether it was corrupt or there was a lot of treacherous things going on.
Mhm.
Uh, I'm not saying those things was right, but what I'm saying is a lot of those things was hard, and a lot of those things was work, and a lot of people that was found themselves subject to other people got outworked. Just like in
Yeah.
today's society, pretty much, if you work a job and you have a boss, your boss is just the person that outworks you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. But even if okay, because people could rebuttal that and be like, nah, because what if they got that position through their parents? Well, their parents worked hard for their kids to have. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because I know for me, like when my shit get popping and I got kids, they shit set. Fuck you talking about? Like, yeah, you skipping the line. I worked for that.
But even then, like, bruh, skipping the line is so. It's not. I really don't think it's possible, bruh. Unless, like, you gotta be far ahead because what you not realizing, bruh, it's work that goes into all of it, bruh. Taxes is nonstop.
Yeah.
Bruh, inflation is nonstop. Like, you have to maintain this stuff. Just because you get it doesn't mean. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
Like, bro, just because you made, let's just say you made 10 million tomorrow, that don't mean your kids is gonna be privileged.
Yeah, that's true.
You gotta maintain it. You still gonna have work to put in.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
It's still a level of like slavery for real, for real.
Facts. It's
Like
not no freedom.
yeah, it's like it's still a level of you having to slave to keep up the shit that you have. Like, I get what you mean. Yeah. Just it's kind of like if I'm even relating it to the BPD shit, like just because, or just healing in general. It don't even gotta just be BPD, but just healing in general. Just because I was able to like get to like those core trauma and wounds that I have, like, and get to a space where I'm like reprogramming my mind. You gotta keep that shit up. You gotta keep that shit up. It's like at some level, like the mental health shit is, it's not like you just get to a space and you done moving forward. No, you moving forward forever. Like,
Forever.
yeah. And some days you're gonna be this way, some days you're gonna be that way, but forever you gotta keep going. Like, you don't just get to one spot and everything kosher. Like, no.
But see, this is why people believe in privilege for the most part, and they don't understand that the work is constant. Because the one privilege that we all share, humans keep forgetting, we are part of the food chain.
Yeah.
See, we done
Be
separated
forgetting.
ourselves. You said what?
We do be forgetting that.
We be forgetting we are part of the food chain too. Like, we done separated ourselves from shit. Like, people don't realize how, like, bruh, the winter could kill us too. Like, the cold could kill us too.
Yeah.
The ants in a certain amount of numbers will devour your body in the right circumstances or situations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If the work ain't being put in somewhere, some way, somehow, it's just like, right, like the building I'm in right now. If you stop maintaining it, the grass is gonna grow through here.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we are so separated from nature. It's to the point, bro. Like, they've booked us to death. Like, it's these books, bro. Like, you so
Yeah.
locked in to the books, which I'm not saying don't read, because reading helped me get to a lot of the conclusions that I have. But I think people's problem is they read a little bit and they don't go deeper. But you so locked into the books that you missing the connection between the book and nature.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I do.
A lot of natural laws ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, all natural laws ain't going nowhere. That's what law is.
Yeah.
It's definite.
That's a fact, though.
Yeah, I'm reading right now by Robert Greene. I just got started the laws of human nature. I think he got the concise laws of human nature and laws of human nature. I'm reading the laws of human nature right now, just because I want to be more in tune. But I haven't gotten too deep into the book to really elaborate.
Type shit. Yeah.
But yeah, man, we are definitely a part of the same food chain that everything else is.
Yeah. That's true. And even like in our own separation from nature, like it's a food chain, like, and it's like, I don't even know, bro. I don't even know how to explain this shit. I feel like, to be honest, if I can say, I feel like capitalism is really what is something that kept really, like, people at the bottom are the people that was really not hip to community for real like that. Like, people at the top, they hip to that shit. Like, they using each other every single day. Like, they know what it is. You feel me? Like, it's kind of like the trickle down theory. You feel me? Like, you know how like celebrity culture, it's kind of trickling down now. Like, everybody got an audience now. You feel me?
Yeah.
Community doing the same thing. If we really being honest, like, of course, like, we can go back and we can talk about how, even before slavery, during slavery, all of that, and after slavery, we had community. But just like you said, somewhere black people got outworked in that area. Like the government was
Yeah.
working overtime on niggas, and everything became individualistic to where even down to like the what is it, crabs in a barrel mindset
Yeah.
type shit. Like even that is like a product of the food chain or of capitalism really outworking black people and minorities and poor people in general,
But
to the point where
I
like
gotta.
we separated from community, not even we, but like, you know, black people, the minority, poor people, we're separated from community, and now we starting to see like the importance of community, because we starting to see that crabs in a barrel mindset is like it's not really fucking working. And it's so crazy because even the fact that like they tried to like prop black celebrities up into our face, um trying to make us see that, make us feel like it's so, Brad, so fucking crazy. It's actually so crazy that I'm making this connection, even though this is something that's very well known, but to have this realization on your own is kind of crazy. Like the fact that they would prop black celebrities up into our face and make it feel like that's possible for everybody, but it's not possible for everybody. Natural selection. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like natural selection is, it's gonna only be a possible for a few, but we could all actually get together and get to another place a lot faster by having each other. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's crazy. That's crazy. Like that's some whole other shit. I just made hella connections in one, but yeah.
But let me ask you this, right? Because you're talking about the trickle down method. Do you not believe capitalism trickles down?
What you mean though?
I believe capitalism, flaws and all, is very beneficial, and it definitely trickles down. And the reason I say that is because
Mm-hmm.
every American,
Mm-hmm.
even if you homeless, damn near, we get the shit and piss and water,
What you
fresh
mean?
water,
Okay.
bruh. There's countries that don't even have water. We poop in it.
Yeah,
Like your poorest American goes and poops in water. It's
that's
really
true.
some wealthy shit when you really
Yeah.
think about it. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it kind of does trickle. It makes me think like it really. I get that it's rigged. Don't get me wrong. I understand the game is rigged,
Yeah.
but I feel like there's so many advantages that you can manipulate and take advantage. It's so many ways to win. And when I say win, that's the other thing. Like how they prop these celebrities in front of you. If that's your standard, or if that's your ideology of winning, you couldn't win even if you reach celebrity. You still would lose because you don't get it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But when
Yeah.
I say win, I'm talking about peace and
Yeah.
actual freedom and happiness. It's achievable, but it's like you want too much.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I do now, yeah.
Because it's like, bro, like think about it, bro. In America, bro, like we really poop in water. Like you could literally, if you was humble, or if you did it for, if you chase things with purpose, with not just any purpose, but with like pure heart intentions,
Yeah.
you would be able to find peace in the smallest of things. Like, for instance, like if you want to get rich and shit on people, or if you want to like keep up with other people, like it's gonna be very, very hard to find happiness in that, and you
Mm-hmm.
will always feel like you're in the race. Like it's not a winnable game, but that's a privilege in itself to even be able to look at life like that.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because people in other countries, like they have like real world problems like water, uh, or heating and air, or dirt floors.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like
Definitely.
if you really look at the problems and like just be honest about like real life problems.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, because the game is rigged. Like this stuff is all psychological warfare. Like celebrities and everything being pushed on you, and all of these products of capitalism being pushed on you is definitely warfare, and it makes the game seem so unfair. But it's only one game, and it's survival.
Yeah.
Like all of that other stuff is very fictitious. They're obstacles. They're
Yeah.
not the actual game.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So it's like capitalism gives you a chance.
Yeah.
It gives you a chance, like with you could buy things and you could do things and you could read and you could research. But if you get caught up in the distractions, you get what I'm saying? It's a privilege to be able to get caught up in these distractions. That's what's crazy. That's what people. It's a privilege to
That's a
wish you
fact
was.
though, because other people that they don't even have distractions. Like,
Yeah, like they got real life issues
yeah, like, yeah,
every day. It's a privilege to be able to look at celebrities and be like, it's a privilege almost to be able to be depressed, bro. To be over material items. To
yeah,
be like, damn, I don't have this or I can't get that. When like it's fresh water in every toilet for every square mile in America. When you really look at basic human needs, when you look at us on a food chain, nature level, we have abundance.
yeah, true.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, we do have abundance, but we also, it's like it's just it's tricky to say that because we also have people in America who can't meet their basic needs. Like, you get what I'm saying? You got to think about disabled people.
Yeah.
You got to think about people who have multiple children and no help, like zero fucking community. So it's like they time is wrapped up. You get me? So it's, I actually just saw a lady on TikTok talking about how she couldn't even take a job because she got 3 kids and like I think like 3 different dads, and none of their schedules like align with hers or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And it's like shit like that. You get what I'm saying? It's like it get tricky a little bit, you know?
Yeah, but if you break it down to a nature standpoint, reproduction happens from abundance.
What you mean though?
Like for instance, like if trees only bear fruit if the soil is rich.
Yeah, true.
Like that's a real world, like that's like uh that's not like a real world problem. Like I don't be wanting to seem insensitive because like I'm more like a logic, natural selection, black and white type.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But it's like, bruh, to be able to like reproduce like that, like, but you have to find time, place to.
So you basically saying like it's a choice type shit.
It is a choice, but what I'm trying to get you to realize is, you know how they say like in spring love is in the air or whatever, and the animals reproduce.
Yeah.
Like science shows, like reproduction like happens from abundance, from there being food and resources and water. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, now how you use those resources, but that's why it's all natural selection, and that's why I'm not really like a privileged type of guy, because how you use, I haven't used all my resources to the best of my ability.
Yeah.
So, but in understanding that, I feel like it's making my life better versus me looking at it like this person has that because of this situation,
Yeah.
or I don't have that because of this situation. Because I wouldn't say like I was born into like the most uh functional family, and I wouldn't say that. I definitely believe my family was affected by racism and slavery
For sure. Yeah.
over the years. I'm not ruling none of that out. I'm not saying none of that stuff didn't happen. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, uh, that is what's called adversity.
Yeah.
And I meet adversity every day with hard work.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I get it's like you have the option to, you know?
Yeah, like now I
But
definitely have the option to opt out or to look at a situation from a pessimistic point of view. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, I feel you. So do you feel like it's easier to quit and be pessimistic, or?
It's definitely easy to quit, and that's why I say things like, bro, if you took capitalism away, a lot of these people would die. A lot of these people wouldn't be here. A lot of people wouldn't be able to reproduce. A lot of these people that you see, like what you're talking about, oh, a lady with three kids from three different fathers. I feel for her. But if you took capitalism out of this situation completely, she'd be in a much worse predicament by far.
How so?
Uh, well, one, you got three kids, so if you can't figure out, no offense, but if you can't figure out how to feed them or get money in a situation where the infrastructure is there for you, like a job application is not real in nature. Like you got to go plant some food.
Mm-hmm.
So like the infrastructure is literally built for you. You literally just got to maneuver the pieces correctly.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if you just gave everybody what they really are entitled to, which is dirt, and let's start from the dirt. If you can't make it with built infrastructure, with the dirt, you're dead. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a hard pill to swallow, bro. I don't even want to say it's messed up because God created it this way. Like I feel like natural selection and everything for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, because only strong genes are supposed to push on.
Mm.
Literally, and animals still, you know what I'm saying,
It's on some
operate.
nature shit. It's just on
Huh?
some nature shit. Like,
Yeah, just on some nature shit, bro. The weak are supposed to die. Like, oh,
yeah,
that's fucked up. But they aren't really supposed to make it to
yeah.
continue to make it. But yeah. So if you can't make it with the infrastructure built around you, like with you got jobs and grocery stores. Like for instance, when COVID happened and everybody was buying tissue. Like, bro, when you was buying tissue, bro, you probably if COVID had extended like 3-4 years, you probably were gonna die.
Type shit.
That,
Yeah.
that's just the reality of the situation. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Like I forgot where I heard the theory, but scientists was talking about like if grocery stores were to close for X amount of time, how much the population would decrease. Because there's people out here that have no idea that like uh the whole process of nature and food and how food grows or how to grow food or how animals are skinned and cleaned. And do you get what I'm saying? Without infrastructure, bruh, without the capitalism infrastructure that's here in place, a lot of people are cooked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I
Uh,
don't be wanting to sound insensitive, but I also can't be a liar either.
yeah.
Because it's like once you can see the truth, uh
You could change.
it just is what it is. Like in the Bible, I think it was Joseph. I don't want to get the names wrong, but there was a dad, and I think he had like 3 or 4 sons, and
Mm-hmm.
the sons were jealous of one of their brothers, so they sold him into slavery, and and the Egyptian king took that son in as one of his own. He loved him, and famine set upon the land, and the
Mm.
father and the other sons, they didn't have no food because no food was growing on the land. So they went and sold themselves into slavery, into servitude. And Marcus Garvey talks about that because it's like if you can't grow food, if you can't do certain things without the infrastructure, you're a slave regardless.
Yeah.
There is no other way for you. You either die or you're enslaved. So
Yeah.
the infrastructure is actually saving a lot more than it's hurting.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get what you're saying. I guess. Okay. So can we tie this back to like what we was talking about earlier? How like finding your tribe is important because if you're around people that's not adapting, not getting to the bottom of like they truths and they not adapting, that's just a sign of like natural selection. Like you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like you're not built to like survive, bro. Like
you're not.
you
They're dying. They're
yeah,
not growing.
yeah,
They're walking dead, but it's just in slow motion.
type shit, yeah.
They have dead ideology and they're passing it on to their offsprings. And maybe within 1,000 years, their gene pool will be no longer existent because of the thoughts they had today.
Yeah, type shit.
That's kind of how natural selection works.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying? Like my mindset has to adapt, and if it doesn't, then my offspring stand a weaker. They're weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. So it might not directly affect me. Like right now, my mentality may be weak, but for instance, like you got some people who count 10-year increments, 20-year increments, 100-year increments.
Yeah.
And then you got people who plan out 400-year increments. You get what I'm saying? 400 years is only like 4 or 5 generations. It's not that far.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You got families out here with 300-year generations alive. Like my great great grandmother, I have a great great grandmother still alive.
Type shit. Yeah.
Well, a great grandmother, not a great great, but I have a son. That's his great great. She's still
Yeah.
alive. That's like 300 years right there. It's not a lot of time.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I do. I get you mean. That's a fact, though. That's a fact. It's crazy because I don't know. It's crazy. Like, I don't know if your mom ever talked to you about like your family tree or whatever, but I remember like sitting next to my grandma one time. It was actually during while my aunt was sick. She was like, people just come up to me sometimes and they just tell me their whole life story, like strangers. I'm like, mind you, my grandma was a nurse. I'm like, she a whole healer. She don't even know. Like, you feel me? Like, she don't even know. She don't even know she a whole healer. Like, she don't see it as that. You feel me? Like, I'm pretty sure
Right.
she know that she anointed and she's super, super Christian, which is fine. I'm not tripping about that. But she don't even know, like, not even making the connection, like, oh, she a healer. But I'm making the connection to myself. I'm like, that's why I am the person that I am. Like, I got powerful people in my family. Like, yo, we got our bullshit. We got our stuff with us, you know? But all in all, like, power is in the family. It's power in the bloodline, too. And it's like, I'm choosing to, like, rock with the power, not the... And
Yeah.
like, deal with the stuff that's holding us back. You get what I'm
It's
saying?
like it's like a generational adaptation. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, type.
Yo, that's what this tat is right here. It's the DNA double helix.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
It's just like, bro, that's what it is. It is crazy.
Bro, it's crazy because I feel like in our generation, like a lot of people get kind of like stuck on like being mad at their parents and like, I get it though. Trust me, I get it. Cause some people parents be terrible people. Like, I get it. I understand being mad at your parents. Like, why you even bring me here? Type stuff. Like, I be feeling like that sometimes. But it was a space in my healing journey where like I was mad at my parents for a lot of stuff. Cause I'm like, damn, like why I'm like this? Why I'm always meeting these certain obstacles? But I'm also I'm finally getting to a space where I'm like, bruh, these are some determined people, bruh. That's probably why we still here. Like, these are some determined people.
Yeah, it's your job to adapt in the areas that they didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, your job is to push adaptation. It's
Correct.
not to hold on to the past because then you die.
Right.
You got
Yeah.
to push the offspring forward. You
Yeah.
have to. That's your natural selection. But you know that. The trouble is when you don't ever come to that conclusion.
Yeah.
You're dying. You're killing your bloodline.
Yeah. Facts.
I mean, so as long as you know it, you're good.
Yeah, that's a fact though. But it's crazy though, because I was on that like early. I remember at my granddaddy funeral, I think I was deployed. It was like 2019. 2018, I think my grandpa had passed away, and I went to his funeral. And it's crazy because I was actually reading a book called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And in that book, it's a chapter talking about, you know, just visualizing your funeral, like what you want people to say at your funeral and stuff.
Yeah.
And when I get to my grandpa's funeral, basically in the chapter of the book, it was saying visualize your funeral, see what you want people to say at your funeral, and then write a mission statement based off of like what you want people to say when you die. Cool, whatever. My grandpa, I get to his funeral, but so many people talking about how my granddaddy impacted their life in such a positive way. I'm like, so I'm sitting here thinking about this and how I want to impact the world, and this already in my bloodline to do so. Like, my grandfather was an activist. Like, he marched during the civil rights movement with Martin Luther King, all of them people. Like, he was a deacon in the church. Like, it was the plan was already there, just needed a platform. Like, you get what I'm saying? Everything was
Yeah,
already in motion, and it's like, for me to be that young, I think I was like 21, and for me to catch that so young, like, natural selection.
definitely.
Natural selection, you feel me? Like,
That's crazy. I think this definitely got turned into a natural selection episode.
yeah, for sure. Just by design. Like,
Yeah, like,
yeah.
bruh, I gotta study more laws because understanding the laws help you out so much.
Yeah, for sure.
You get what I'm saying? Understanding the things that don't change, it it'll minimize resistance because you be fighting with things that you want to change,
That's a fact, though.
but you necessarily can't, and it's already written, and the answers is already there. So instead of you fighting against it, you could just go with the flow, but you ain't gonna find it if you don't. I ain't gonna say you ain't gonna find it if you don't study because some people intuition is deeper than others.
Yeah, that's true.
You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes, like, I could read the Bible, I could read a scripture. I'm not like a Christian, but I read,
Yeah,
and that scripture was already in me.
type shit. Yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, I knew the scripture before I read the book.
yeah. It was already imprinted on you, so you like,
Yeah,
oh,
so,
yeah. I
but
get
yeah,
what.
man,
Yeah,
I
that's
gotta
crazy.
get my.
You know what we should do? We should read. You should. I should read that book with you, and then we could come back and like talk about it.
Bruh, go ahead, because we already read The Alchemist together. We ain't talked about that.
We did it. Okay,
We,
we got to talk about that. We got to talk about the Alchemist, and then we got to talk about 48. Is it 48 Laws of Nature or Laws of Nature?
it's 48 Laws of Power. I know that.
Okay,
The laws of human nature.
Laws of Human Nature. Okay,
But then you got the concise laws of human nature. I want to read both of those.
concise Laws of Human Nature. Okay, we can do that. I'm down, bro. Let's do Laws of Nature.
Bruh, do you want to buy the book or are you gonna read it or you want to ebook it? I mean audio book it.
Audio.
Nigga audio. Okay, okay. Okay.
Oh,
Cause I got the PDF like of the whole
say
book
less.
down.
Send me the PDF then. Send me the PDF.
Yeah. Cause I
All
can
right.
send you that. But
Shit.
yeah, I
Right.
gotta hop off here, man. I gotta get to the crib. I'm at my mom's crib. You know I'm an hour away from home.
Oh yeah. Say less. All right, bro.
Alright, man.
Uh, yeah, that's it. I'm not even about to do no outro. All right,
Bro,
bro.
I think you got some decent clips in here.
I do. I got some hell of a decent clip.
Hey,
All
we
right, bro.
gonna like, bro. This is it's about to warm up. We gonna get better, bro.
Yeah, we just warming up, bro. For sure.
Yeah,
All right, bro.
but all right.